Hello, I'm Kenneth Allen, Director of the Houston Parks and Recreation Department. Today, we're taking a closer look at Mayor Sylvester Turner's Love Our Parks Complete Communities initiative. It's been a game changer in several Houston neighborhoods. When Mayor Sylvester Turner first took office, one of his top priorities was improving neighborhood parks and under-resourced communities. You're probably familiar with Houston's signature parks like Memorial, Herman, Discovery Green, and Emancipation, but it's those unsung parks, the ones nestled away in many communities across the city, that Mayor Turner wanted to actually uplift. To meet that need, he created the Love Our Parks initiative in cooperation with the Office of Complete Communities, the Parks and Recreation Department. 5 parks were chosen for upgrades in Phase 1 of the project. Zuri Malone Park and our park in the 3rd Ward, Woodruff Park in the Magnolia Manchester neighborhood, Earl Henderson Park near North Houston, and Catherine Delsey Park in Cashmere Gardens. Work on Phase 1 began in late 2020 and wrapped up in April 2022. To celebrate the completion of work at each park, the city threw a neighborhood party called Love Our Parks Fest. The first one was held at Zuri Malone Park in July 2021, and neighborhood residents in that 3rd Ward community turned out in droves to witness the changes firsthand.
This is the first park to get improvements under the Love Our Parks Complete Communities initiative. There are 377 local neighborhood parks. And let me tell you, when you renovate them, you renovate the community as a whole.
Today, we celebrate a lot of love that's poured into this community from multiple different departments, from companies that have a community interest at heart, and from staff that work day to day to make this happen in a matter of 5 months.
New park is great. Down to the years, this park ain't never been this good. Now we got what we want for the children, for everyone that's around us.
I think the improvements are real nice over here. The upgrades are nice and everything. So the kids gonna really enjoy this.
I grew up in the neighborhood. We used to play basketball, in this court over here, and it was always a positive thing around here. And somehow it kind of got lost along the way. I'm glad to see they're bringing it back. And again, like I say, it's a wonderful thing. Thank God for that. Beautiful. And it's something for the people. For the community as a whole.
I think it's wonderful. It's wonderful for the kids because the kids are our future.
I love it. I love it. They did a good damn job at this park. Y'all did everything we asked for. And Mayor Turner gonna know today y'all did a damn good job.
My heart is warm today because let me tell you something. Mayor, thank you for your leadership. Love your parks means love our kids. And people talk negative about our kids and our communities, but what are we doing? Mayor, under Kenneth Allen's direction, Councilwoman, and everybody that's out here, Shannon, thank y'all.
Wonderful day. We're out here celebrating this Love Our Parks Fest, and we're enjoying it. We're hoping that a lot of children come out, a lot of adults, people have fun. It feels like a family reunion.
Malone Park was acquired by the city of Houston in 1973. It was originally called Needleton Park, but was later renamed after neighborhood watchdog and park advocate Zuri Malone following his death. One of the most visual aspects of the Love Our Parks initiatives is the use of public art. Thanks to a generous donation from Chenier Energy, each park featured artwork created by talented local artists. At the Malone Park, artist Israel McLeod tapped into his own experiences growing up in Third Ward for his creation.
Third Ward is my home. It has always been home for me just in terms of my connection to Houston. I'm Israel McLeod, third generation artist, visual artist, working here in the Third Ward community. Well, I have to be absolutely honest with you. I had never even heard of Malone Park. So I was totally surprised about its existence and excited at the same time in being propositioned with the opportunity to contribute to its resurgence, its renovation, and its renewal. So I'm excited about just reinvigorating it, as well as interacting with the community, the residents there, and getting more history so that I can incorporate that into that whole process of renovation. There are 4 columns that stand as structural components on the basketball court, and as well as 2 utility boxes. My task, if you will, is to decorate and to utilize those 4 columns as canvases, if you will. Even though they are unconventional canvases in terms of the structural aspect of them, but to use those as a means of speaking to the community and highlighting some of the historical importance of Malone Park by way of graphics, quote unquote, I like to say hieroglyphics, text, bold colors, etc. And to just kind of bring to life the basketball court itself. Also, of course, factoring in the athletic aspect of it, keeping in mind it is a sports facility. So incorporating those elements. I want the people to come away with a sense of renewal and resurgence and identity. So I want the residents in that immediate community to feel that they are part of Houston's growth and part of the transition, which is inevitable with time. So I want the people to feel that, inclusion. The thing about Third Ward is that, everything is in one shape or form or another is connected. There is a flowing continuity in terms of the heartbeat of Third Ward. I want that to be part of that ongoing fabric of continuity. So it was important for me and it is important for me to make that connection. It is my objective, as always, in whatever I create, that it has a spiritual component. And by that, I mean, first and foremost, that it touches the viewer and that it goes beyond the visual, but it does something in terms of stirring the viewer's spiritual consciousness, that it elevates. It's important that what I do in terms of an artist always elevate, and I like to use the term artist for hire, Higher. So my objective is that they will come away with a sense of renewal, even if a young man or youth or whoever is playing basketball on that court, as they pause to catch their breath and they're looking at the columns, that they will get something out of that speaks to their higher self, and it motivates them to be their higher self.
You can see McLeod's work at several locations in Third Ward, including near Texas Southern University and the Alameda Road area. Coming up, a stop by another Third Ward park located right next door to a Houston institution. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Throughout the COVID-19 pandemic, Metro has been there for you, getting medical center employees and other essential workers to their jobs during lockdown. We're also improving your customer experience, from more frequent cleanings to security monitors on vehicles. We've launched free Wi-Fi and installed over 3,000 new accessible bus stops, all to make your ride better. Visit ridemetro.org to learn how you can drive less and do more.
Siente el ritmo de la naturaleza en un parque o bosque cerca de ti. Encuentra un bosque y música inspirada en la naturaleza en descubreelbosque.org.
To Sofia and Gabriel, mis flores, my little flowers. Even though these old knees can't follow on your adventure to the forest today, these flowers represent my love, so you can take me with you wherever you go, near or far. These stitches and threads join us together. Me, your mother, and both of you. And wherever you see a flower, a bird, a beautiful tree, know that my love is with you as you bring our colorful stories to the world.
Make the forest part of your story at a park near you. Find one at discovertheforest.org.
Welcome back. Many of you have heard the name Shape Community Center. It's a Houston institution founded by Delord Parker. It offers a variety of assistance for the surrounding 3rd Ward neighborhood, but what you may not know is that right next door is a park, affectionately called Our Park. It's the second stop on our Love Our Parks tour.
Today was an awesome day. You know, we began the week with a storm that came through. It had us on our heels. We end this week here at Our Park with the Our Love Our Park Festival with the mayor and the community. Today was great. We had the community out with a lot of fun activities. We showed all the improvements that we made here, from new trees to refurbishing the pavilion, to replacing parts on the playground, the painting. We have partners out here, Kinnear Energy, the Houston Library, the Houston Police Department, Department of Neighborhoods. Just looking at the kids engaged and having a great time. It's really a joy to watch.
Got the big parks, but let me tell you, if you make substantial improvement to the local neighborhood parks, not only do you improve that park, but you make improvements to that street, you make improvements to that neighborhood, and you can really affect the lives of these kids and their families in a real way. It's not what happens downtown that makes the difference. It's what's happening in these neighborhoods that make the ultimate difference.
This is a great day in the trade. So very thankful to the mayor for this and for Chenier to bring this to fruition for the people in this community. We know that it's very important to have green space to clear your mind and to come out and have a wonderful time. And I'm very thankful. And this means so much to me, to the community. The Shape Community Center is the ideal spot right next door to where Delord Parker does so many wonderful works. And I am so very honored to be the council member of District D, the District of Destination.
Chenier is thrilled to be here today, and it's not just being here today to commemorate the opening of the park, but we were here a couple weeks ago to actually help paint the walls, refurbish them a bit before this opening, and that's what it's all about. It's not just financially investing, it's actually taking the time out of your day, out of your weekend, out of your work day to do something to get this place off the ground. And we're really excited that we were able to help in that way, and we also helped Israel, this amazing, talented painter who helped at Malone Park as well. We're supporting him in this mural right next to the playground and everything else that's going on here.
Cool, I like it. It's I like that everybody came out here to celebrate.
It's nice.
I'm a senior here at Shea Community Center, and it's just nice.
Just something different, you really don't, not too many kids, they don't see nothing but pit bulls and, kind of rough stuff. So, I was fortunate enough to have a different surrounding, so why not give a little bit back to the neighborhood?
Turned out excellent. All we gotta do is keep the dream alive. So it won't be a dream or nobody's nightmare, it'll be an ongoing process, keeping our park clean, productive, and active in our community. It's gonna work.
Our park was acquired by the City of Houston in 1982. DeLord Parker says he chose a name to inspire the nearby community to embrace the park as their own. Artist Israel McLeod returned to create a special mural for the park. He called it Generational Seasons.
Well, Shape Center, of course, is an institution, not only in Houston, but particularly in the Third Ward community. I think having the mural placed here, particularly in a high visibility area in the park, is kind of intrinsic with the whole aspect of people and the community, and particularly having access to it. I'm Israel McLeod, and I'm a visual artist and creative artist here in Houston, Texas. The best name from my own perspective as an artist would be Generational Seasons. And the reason I'm entitling it Generational Seasons, one of the things that the executive director, Mr. DeLord Parker, wanted to emphasize was the 3 different generations: elderhood, particularly the family unit, and youth. I certainly wanted it to be something, again, that spoke to community, family, and as always in my theme, humanity. Even though it is an African American family, it still does not mean that it is limited to that particular, community. The birds, of course, symbolize, and I use the birds in a lot of my work, and that symbolizes humanity and hope and all things positive, high, and elevated. I really wanted to put emphasis on elderhood, the importance of it, the nobility of seniority and wisdom and knowledge, and how that transcends, the generations. But particularly with this one, I did want it to be something that was not only message oriented, but I wanted it to be visually attractive as well. And hats off to Chenier. I think it's a wonderful thing when we have major corporations such as them that have that level of insight, and they are in touch with the needs of the community and want to extend their awareness of that, beyond the point of awareness, but also putting their money where their mouth is. Always emphasizing the importance and the need for public art, raising the awareness of the community to the connectedness of the visual arts with the community, just utilizing our palette and our creative menu to be able to speak the needs and the sentiment and sometimes the emotions of those people who may or may not have that particular mechanism of creativity and expression themselves. So I'm thankful for the opportunity to do that yet again.
That's the distinctive work of Houston artist Israel McLeod. Next up, a visit to the Magnolia and Manchester community for another Love Our Parks Fest. This green space is a vivid example of what a neighborhood park looks like. We'll be right back.
The urban fabric of Houston is woven from the ambitions and traditions of people and ideas.
Come on.
We are a city of collaborators who build on one another's inspirations, strengths, and cultures to shape a future we all can share.
Come on.
Together, we are more than 7 million ingredients that make something that cannot be discovered, tasted, or invented anywhere else.
Come on.
A movement, a moment, a future.
Come on.
Together, we are reshaping the culinary landscape.
Come on.
Come on. Cultures combine to create a powerful, flavorful taste of things to come. Louisiana crawfish becomes via Cajun crawfish and noodles. Asian flavors meet Texas-style barbecue. Japanese tapas, Korea Mex, and Nigerian jambalaya set the table for a creative, inventive, cooperative scene.
Come on.
The power of together is creating public-private partnerships that are shaping an ecosystem of businesses in orbit around the Earth, taking us to the moon and beyond.
Come on.
Our together is rocket-fueled.
Come on.
The power of together is the power to heal.
Come on!
We are developing the world's most advanced research campus at the world's largest medical city. The greatest minds in medicine, science, academia, and commerce collide here, speeding research and breakthroughs.
Come on!
Together, we are powering the future, evolving the energy supply and science, leading the global transition to a more efficient, sustainable, low-carbon future.
Come on!
Houston welcomes you to say hello to the incredible power and infinite possibility of together. We cannot wait to make tomorrow together.
Come on. We're back. Houston has parks of all sizes and configurations, but sometimes bigger does not necessarily mean better, especially when it comes to an enjoyable green space. Case in point, Woodruff Park in the Magnolia, Manchester community, a park presented to the neighborhood residents in October 2021.
Here at Woodruff Park, as we celebrate the renovation of this park through the Mayor's Love Our Park Complete Communities campaign. This is actually a pocket park. It's less than 1 acre, and it's in a smack in the middle of the neighborhood where residents can actually walk to. That's what makes these parks so special. We have a lot of fun activities planned for the kids. We have multiple departments out that's celebrating with us as we unveil the planned improvements for this park.
We're all excited that these improvements were done by the Parks Department here in Smith Addition. Smith Addition is an old neighborhood. The majority of African American neighborhood here in the East End. It's got a rich history. And we're excited to be here today with residents from Smith Addition, showcasing these improvements, again, from Love Our Parks, the initiative with Complete Communities. I'm glad that Mayor Turner was able to include Magnolia Park, Smith Addition, Harrisburg, and Manchester in the Complete Communities. And for that reason, that's why we got some improvements happening today here at Woodruff Park.
There's a lot of young families in this neighborhood with small children, but they don't have transportation, so they don't have means to leave the neighborhood for recreation. So this park is so important for those children.
Oh, the park is beautiful for the little children. I think it's beautiful.
So this is great. I'm very happy with it. Yeah.
I love all the colors. I love they redid the fence. It's safer now. I really like it.
Came out nice. I like the basketball court. They fixed it up, painted the floor. It looks nice.
But look, you can make a difference in our communities, in our neighborhoods, and it's not just enough to have a park with a name on it. We need parks that are functional. Functional parks where our families and our kids can come on a beautiful day like today and feel safe during the day and at night. That's what's so important. So that's what we're working to do, to create beautiful spaces for families and kids. I'm excited about being out here today. Obviously, the good Lord is excited because he brought us good weather. If the council member is happy, I'm happy. So if Miss Williams, if you're happy, I'm happy. Pastor, if you're happy, I'm happy. And if you are happy, I know Chenier is happy.
We're very excited to have this park upgraded. We see that it would be a great help to the community and the kids and the elderly people that comes out and sit out in the park and have their time to themselves meditating. I think it's a beautiful thing that the mayor and his cabinet came out and participated in bringing this here park to be as beautiful as it is.
I think the park is beautiful. I think the event is beautiful. I think the people that supporting it, everybody's doing a great job. The kids are really enjoying themselves. Really what parks are all about is having these kids have a safe place to hang out and play and grow. And it's a beautiful thing. It's really nice.
We're just excited about the opportunity and improvements made to this park. As you can see, there's a lot of residents here, long-term residents that are so thankful for the improvements. We have the shade area where residents can sit, watch their kids. So it's just a wonderful opportunity to be here and witness the improvements in this community.
Woodruff Park was acquired by the city in 1965. It's less than 1 acre in size and was originally going to be used as a storm sewer. But when that idea was scrapped, the property was transferred to the Parks and Recreation Department and developed as a pocket park. The artist chosen for creating the artwork at Woodruff Park is none other than Gunzo 247. He's one of the city's most celebrated artists, with art pieces on display all across the city.
You know, I started off as a traditional graffiti artist, so working mainly with spray paint, but I have really enjoyed exploring and working with new materials, you know, especially like, you know, something that is, I guess you could say, non-traditional. Like this is stuff that you normally use to coat basketball courts, and now we're using it to create art with it. So, you know, I think it's great when you can have an opportunity to work with something new and then see how you can interpret your skills and talents to create something that, you know, probably no one ever thought of. I'm sure that when they made these colors, they didn't think an artist is going to be using them to create artwork on the ground. You know, they say, you know, it takes a village to raise, you know, a child, and I think that goes to every sense of a community. You know, you have to have that unity to begin with before you can have that larger sense of community. And something like this, you know, this is the equivalent of a child, right? This is a park, this neighborhood park, and so it takes this entire neighborhood to really bring this thing to life. You know, you have to have community partners that are willing to invest in the community, and really, like, you know, Pastor Smith across the street, he was out there doing his yard and came out and did some blowing and, of the basketball court, and I really do feel like we all have to kind of put in so that everyone can benefit, you know, and I think that's the way it should be. I really do like the idea that kids are going to be here playing, you know, give them something positive, a positive place to hang out. When you can inspire the young kids, or just younger people in general, if you can inspire them, then, you know, that's a win-win for them, for the community, and really, like, for the future.
That's the colorful work of Gunzo 247. The Love Our Parks project is one that is very close to the heart of Mayor Sylvester Turner. He says neighborhood parks deserve as much attention as our signature parks.
Literally, neighborhood parks can change the look of that block, that street, that community, in that neighborhood. It affords kids and families the opportunity to stay in their community, in their neighborhood, and enjoy attractive green space. Oftentimes, many families don't have, let's say, the play equipment, the playgrounds, any other place, but in their neighborhood parks. So it really is one of those added essential spaces that really can enhance the quality of life of families, children, and their neighbors.
That's Mayor Turner on what the Love Our Parks initiative means to complete communities, their residents, and the entire city. Still to come, a party in the park fit for a beloved neighborhood leader. Our Love Our Parks special continues right after this.
Moments shared with loved ones are precious. Joy, enchantment, connection. It's why we travel. At Houston Airports, we know the magic of flight begins the moment you secure your parking spot and embark on your journey. That's why we work so hard to bring you the most convenient parking solutions that are the best fit for your trip. If you're traveling for business or leisure, whether your voyage starts from Bush Intercontinental or William P. Hobby Airport, our parking team at Valet Parking, Eco Park, Eco Park 2, or Terminal Parking is here to give you a first-class experience with a big Texas smile. We're here for you to ensure this moment and every moment in between will be filled with great memories that will last a lifetime. So travel smarter, park smarter, and get more of the moments that matter.
The next stop on our Love Our Parks tour takes us to near North Houston and Earl Henderson Park. It's named after Earl Henderson, founder of a youth baseball league in the park and a respected leader and positive influence in the lives of so many young people in the neighborhood. As part of the Mayor's Love Our Park Complete Communities Initiative, we have had the opportunity to come out, meet with the community, and really take care of some needed improvements at this park. Working with several partners, including Complete Communities, Mayor's Office of Complete Communities, Cheniere Energy, and other city departments, we've been able to make many improvements in this park. Starting with the pavilion behind me, the picnic pavilion, we put a new roof on it, and we repaired all the wood. We've repaired some concrete at this park, adding extensions. We've also had the opportunity to add some features to the playground. We did some art, compliments of Cheniere Energy. It's a great art piece for the community to enjoy. We've also added some trees, some benches, picnic tables, barbecue pits. We've improved a little bit of the lighting here from a security standpoint. I'm just so excited about what we're presenting today.
Sometimes I think I gotta move. Go ahead on. Tell me what to do.
So it's about enhancing that. It's about saying to our kids, regardless of where you live, you are valued. We love you. We respect you. We want to support you and embrace you. And there is no better way of showing that than for families to be able to walk or bike to their local neighborhood park and see that their parks are just as nice as a park any place in the city of Houston. That's what we mean when we talk about equity, inclusion, and letting our kids know that we value you no matter where you live, no matter what you look like, no matter your language, no matter where you come from. We value you and we love you. And
we communicate to them, and we wanted the goals and stuff to be painted. We wanted more garbage cans around to keep the park clean. We wanted a baseball diamond in memories of Mr. Earl Henderson. And then surrounding his plaque in there, we'll have other bricks that we have purchased with our family members that have been a big pillar in the neighborhood as well. So it's a blessing just to be thought of, and we thank everyone that participated in this program.
I am so grateful to see the upgrade in the park. When I was a young girl, I used to play softball here. I remember it like it was yesterday. My family we was raised here. My father, Haywood Thomas, and we just so proud of having the park to be upgraded, and the community, the outreach. We just thank God for everything.
It has been a fantastic day, and we really do appreciate everything that has been done, especially the funds that Cheniere Energy gave in partnership with the funds that the Complete Communities Improvement Fund gave, and all of the maintenance dollars that the Parks Department was able to pull together out of its maintenance.
Earl Henderson Park was acquired by the city in 1886. A special tribute to Mr. Henderson now sits in the park he used to change so many lives. The artist chosen for the park project is Gelson Lemus. Known for his mural work, his art piece at Henderson Park focuses on unity.
Well, I wanted to create kind of like unity, you know, so I wanted like some hands to grab together. So I got something with three, so I put three hands together like that, so they could be signifying like unity on the community, you know, and everything. My name is Gelson Lemus. I'm a muralist from Houston, Texas. Yeah, well, my background, you know, I came from graffiti. I don't do graffiti no more, you know, but that was my background and everything. I learned how to use spray paint and things like that, and how to do some large murals and everything. And now, you know what I'm saying, like, now I do it so, you know, it could mean something to somebody, you know. Yeah, I worked on a basketball court before. For sure, they will see something different, you know. That it's not in every single basketball court, nothing like that. Like when they see it, like I said, you know, it inspires them or something, you know. Hope it, you know, inspires somebody when they see it. They be like, oh man, something like this could be done, and maybe I could do it too, you know. For sure, this is gonna be something different, you know. This is gonna be more unique, more. Something that's going to speak to the community, you know, that we're all the same.
Lemus was born in Guatemala and now calls Houston his home. He began creating art as a youngster. His career really took off after he was introduced to graffiti culture in the 1990s. Shannon Buggs, the director of the Mayor's Office of Complete Communities, says the Love Our Parks project has been transformative.
The Mayor's Love Our Parks Complete Communities initiative has been one of Mayor Sylvester Turner's most transformative projects that has happened in his administration. Mayor Turner decided things were moving not quite fast enough for some of our neighborhoods that have had the most neglected parks in the city. Not because the people in the communities have neglected them, but because the structure that we have for funding parks have allowed them to not receive their equitable share of the money that is available for capital improvements as well as ongoing maintenance. And so he asked our Complete Communities Improvement Fund Advisory Board, which manages fundraising for the Complete Communities Initiative, to consider a grant proposal to invest into the Mayor's Love Our Parks Complete Communities Initiative. And so $1 million later, the Parks Department has been able to be transformative in making improvements in 5 parks in the first round and another 5 parks in the second round. And what we've been seeing in terms of those transformational changes is that you have upgraded basketball courts, new picnic tables, something they call pergolas, I guess, the coverings that go over those picnic tables, and all kinds of murals and other community assets that bring about an aesthetic improvement to the parks.
That's Shannon Buggs, director of the Mayor's Office of Complete Communities, with our thoughts on the Love Our Parks initiative. Coming up after the break, a visit to Cashmere Gardens, and a park that is now a neighborhood treasure. Stay with us.
Hey world, I have a quick message. It's about safe driving. All right, let's go. Anytime you're driving, have the seatbelt buckled tight, both hands on the wheel and your phone out of sight. When not in your hand trying to text somebody back, because if you do, your car might get smacked. The moral of the story, just put your phone down. The people on the road will stay safe and sound. Put your phone down, put your phone down. People on the road will stay safe and sound. Yeah.
The Cashmere Garden community of Houston is one of the city's most resilient neighborhoods. It's battled back from devastating storms and now is fighting for environmental justice. But through it all, Catherine Delsey Park has been there. It's why the park and the community were ready for the changes we completed there in April 2022.
We're celebrating at Catherine Delsey Park, the Mayor's Love Our Parks Complete Community Initiative. We've completed improvements and renovations to this small neighborhood park. As a result of funding that the mayor has provided, as well as Complete Communities, over $650,000 have been committed to the improvements that were made here. We have a new pavilion roof, as well as a new surface with artwork that was painted here. We've replaced the goals, we've upgraded the picnic tables and the barbecue grills. We have a playground that's coming in May next month. We also have a soccer mini pitch, which was an old concrete dilapidated basketball court. Now it's a brand new mini pitch.
As mayor, we launched this initiative to improve and upgrade parks in the neighborhoods we designated as complete communities, which are some of our city's most under-resourced communities. With this initiative, we aim to inspire more citizen engagement and forge a real connection to our neighborhood parks.
I mean, this is amazing, great for the community. Of course, healthy parks is what create healthy communities, and so having our parks upgraded to where the kids can come out and play, and we have green space, and this is just what neighborhood is all about. And so I'm like thankful to the mayor and his administration for and the partners for coming together and doing what we can to like upgrade the parks within our communities. Again, healthy parks mean healthy neighborhoods, and that's what my priorities are. And so I'm like really excited about the developments and improvements, and here to be able to celebrate.
This is a great day because we don't have enough green space in marginalized communities. Now that we have more green space, it's open for families, our children, and we must take advantage of the resources that we do have in our community.
I'm so happy for the children in this community. Every child deserves a nice park. That's a look at the upgrades made to Catherine Delsey Park, acquired by the City of Houston in 1973. The artwork at Delsey Park was done by artist Alex Azu. He turned the bold colors and contemporary design to connect the community to the park.
Hi, I'm Alex Arzu, and I'm a Houston-based artist. The project that I'm doing is a basketball court here at Catherine Delsey Park, and the design that I have is putting an astronaut theme, connecting the community, and connecting Houston to this park. One of the things that I want the kids to come to the park and have a different energy, come here and feel the challenge. I want them to feel challenged when they come to the park. I want them to feel like this is their space. I want them to one day come back and have these memories that exist at this park. So the way that I have the design on the court is a finger that is spinning a basketball, and the spinning of the basketball is kind of giving them like, this is my place, this is my court, this is what I want to do. And then tying in stars, planets, that's giving the Houston identity to this project. So whenever our kids step on this court, there's a lot of challenges that were put into creating the design. So I wanted people to feel that whenever they're coming on the court. I want them to feel challenged, inspired, and so the direction of the mural as well was something that I thought about, because when you're coming to the entrance of the court, you see the hand, and then it goes to the ball, and that's kind of leading to the three-point goal. So everything ties into playing the game, and it also ties into the artwork, so that when you're stepping on this court, you feel like you're in a different place. You feel like you can go to outer space while you're playing basketball. The way that I would describe my style is I'm more of like a chameleon. I'm going to pay attention to the community. I'm going to pay attention to the surroundings. And then from there, I'm going to gain my inspirations from wherever they come from around the world. The thoughts and ideas I want people to take away when they leave this park is I want them to feel a sense of inspiration. I want them to feel like they were in somewhere that they've never been before and that they will always remember. I feel like this park and the way that it was designed, memories will always be able to come back to this particular location. I think that because the city of Houston is so involved in this project, has brought so much pride for me into the project. It's exciting to me that this community in particular has been given some attention to. So that makes me proud of being part of the project, being part of this memory, being part of the community, and being part of what Houston is doing in order to beautify the city and the parks, and even supporting artists.
What an amazing talent. Thank you, Alex. The Love Our Parks initiative is publicly funded by the City of Houston through the Parks and Recreation Department. It's privately funded through the Complete Communities Improvement Fund. Thank you once again to Cheniere Energy for your continued support for Love Our Parks. And guess what? Phase 2 of Love Our Parks is already underway, so stay tuned. That's our show, and thank you for watching. I'm Kenneth Allen.
Thank you, Jesus.